Hi all. Today we are going to discuss on the building construction. This is a third part of building construction. Already we have uploaded first and second part. In that we have discussed on the line out as well as the footing, column and stone masonry. Okay, it is completed up to plinth. Okay, whatever the things we are seeing now is covered in part 1 and part 2. I have shared given links of part 1 and part 2 of building construction are given in description box. Just go through that if you want detailed information about line out, footing and column and stone masonry. There we have explained these things. Whatever you are watching now are discussed thoroughly in part 1 and part 2. These are the column filling up to plinth level. Or we can generally will fill column up to parking level. Especially in this building we have filled up to parking level. Later we have constructed a plinth over the beam, plinth beam. Here people are filling the columns. Here you can see the column filling. When the line out is completed, excavation is done, footing concrete is done, and now we are pouring the concrete in columns. Okay. Next, once this one is completed, we will go for the periphery wall or boundary wall stone masonry. Okay, this you can see the column line. Here they are doing bringing the column into exact plumb. Need to maintain the plumb to maintain the verticality. Okay, once the stone masonry is get completed, we will go for the plinth beams or ground beams, as you can see in the figure. Okay, once these are completed, easily you can construct the plinth. Here you can see the construction of plinth over the beam. Once the plinth is get completed, we will go for the actual masonry work of a building. Okay, here up to this level, the plinth is got completed. Okay, this one up to the DPC level, the plinth is got completed. Over that we are constructing a masonry. Okay, once this one during this masonry work we will be fixing doors as well as windows. Okay, even whenever you fix the door and windows, those must be in proper level as well as in plumb or verticality to be maintained. Okay, level as well as verticality of any of the element to be maintained very well. Okay, here these people are checking the level of this door. Now this is verticality by using plumb bob. They are checking verticality of this door using plumb bob. Once if in all the direction, if the door is in the plumb, they will fix the door as well as the windows. Here you can see the checking of plumb of a door. Once if it is correct, then we will fix the door in its position. If not, you need to bring it into the exact vertical position. Then only you can able to fix the door. Okay, here you can see the door is in exact plumb. Now we are fixing with the holdfast. These are holdfasts. Okay, we'll pour the concrete. And now once this is completed, when all the windows and doors are fixed. Here you can see the windows are fixed here, whereas especially in this building still we have not fixed the doors. Once all the windows are fixed, the masonry will be done up to the lintel level. Here you can see the sill level is completed, all the windows are fixed, the doors are not yet fixed. Here we are doing masonry up to the plinth level, up to the lintel level. So this is the procedure. Once the first one excavation, later bed concrete, footing reinforcement, footing concrete, column, filling up to ground level or ground beam level or parking level or up to plinth level. Later once this ground beam level is completed, beam will be laid, as you can see in the previous video, or that last we have discussed on that. Once the plinth beam is completed, we will be constructing a plinth. A ground beam is completed or parking level beams are completed. We will bring either we may go for the brick masonry or stone masonry. We'll bring it to the plinth level. Once the plinth is completed, the DPC is laid, damp proof concrete. Over that, once the DPC is completed, we'll be going for we'll be constructing the remaining things. That means wall up to the lintel level. Sill level, first one before lintel level, we'll be constructing wall up to sill level. Once if it is completed, we'll fix the doors and windows, and once the doors and windows are fixed, remaining whatever the brick masonry is there, that will be completed up to the lintel level. Okay, here you can see these people, the mason and workers are completing up to the lintel level. Okay, the top of the window level, we call it as the lintel level. We'll be having lintel there. Okay, here the mortar ratio 1:6 to be maintained. For one bag of cement, 6 bags of sand to be used. Either you may use manufactured sand or you may use natural sand, but it should be free from clay and silt. Okay, here we are maintaining the level of lintel here. Here you can see the bricks are laid. The line as well as whatever the plumb we have checked for doors, even though in masonry walls also, brick masonry, stone masonry, whatever it may be, we need to check the plumb at certain locations. We need to check the plumb at certain locations to maintain the verticality of wall. Line as well as, okay, need to tie the thread, as well as need to check the plumb at different locations to maintain its verticality of wall. Here you can see the mason is checking the plumb of a wall at different locations, so that whatever the difference is there, if there is non-verticality in the wall, to be rectified here itself. Okay, before filling the mortar, they will be checking at every position, at every corners, as well as the line to be maintained using the thread. Okay, now the mason is tying a thread to maintain the line of the brick masonry, as well as here also in horizontal direction, they are the mason is tied a thread to fix the bricks in the line. Okay, once if the corner bricks are maintained with the plumb, okay, remaining bricks are laid with respect to the thread itself. Here you can see in the figure, you can see the thread is tied to maintain the line of brick masonry. Okay, the same procedure is continued until the proper brick masonry is get completed up to lintel level. Here pointing is not yet done. Here on either direction we will be tying thread to maintain the line of work. Once if it is completed, the pointing will be done. Okay, here the pointing is done, that is the whatever the gaps are there, that will be filled and laid made lines on a brick masonry, that we call it as pointing. Here single walls are also there. Interior walls we have taken single walls. Sunk portion is there. The slab is with the sunk portion for future developments, bathrooms and all. This one is sunk portion. Here you can see the brick masonry is completing up to the lintel level. Once now I think 1 or 2 layers are remaining to complete at this position. Once it is completed, we'll go for the lintel. Here the centering will be done. Centering or shuttering will be done. Okay, before laying of concrete of lintel, first we need to go for shuttering. Later the reinforcement is laid. Whatever the lintel reinforcement are there, that will be laid. Okay, here you can see the shuttering of lintel is done. Lintel and chajja is done. Here you can see the reinforcement. Now once if it is completed, once if this work is completed, whatever the shuttering is done, reinforcement is laid and concrete is completed. Once if it is done, we'll go for remaining brick masonry and later we'll go for the slab work. Okay, here you can see the shuttering for lintel work. Okay, whatever the concrete band or reinforced concrete band laid above the door and window level, we call it as the lintel. Here you can see lintel and chajja are laid. Lofts are also there. Inside the rooms we have laid raft. Okay, now we'll go for the slab reinforcement. Here you can see the beam reinforcement. Okay, the positive reinforcement will be at bottom. Okay, here you can see the positive reinforcement are there at bottom. That is up to 0.6 times the length. Whereas the negative reinforcement will be at the support. Okay, at the center of the beam we'll have the positive reinforcement, and at the supports we'll be having the negative reinforcement. Near the support, shear force will be more, so shear rings are less spacing. Okay, here you can see the shear rings or stirrups are given at lesser spacing at support, whereas at the midspan the spacing of shear reinforcement is high, whereas the main reinforcement is provided at the top at the support portion. Support means at the column locations, because of the negative moment at the support. Here you can see the negative reinforcement at the top. Same reinforcement arrangement will be done for next span. Okay, because even though for next span also the same span is there, so what I will do, we will go for the negative reinforcement, that is continued negative reinforcement. Here at the center we have positive reinforcement, that is bending will be especially in simply supported, bending will be maximum at the center, that is positive moment, and it will be maximum at the support, that is the negative moment. Okay, because of that we will be providing main reinforcement at the bottom at center of the beam, and whereas at the support will be providing at the top. Okay, here you can see the one-way slab reinforcement. It is bent alternately. Okay, here you can see the one-way slab, as well as the cantilever beam is also there. Here you can see the one-way slab as well as the beam arrangement, slab and beam arrangement. Once if it is completed, we will go for the electrical conduits. Okay, here you can see the reinforcement arrangement of beam and slab. That is this is a quite huge structure Okay, around 10 feet or 3 meter cantilever beam is there. Okay, here you can see the slab and beam arrangement. Once if this is completed, once all the reinforcement arrangement is completed, we'll go for the electrical conduits or concealed electrification. Here you can see another slab reinforcement arrangement, and here you can see the pipe and junction box are laid. This is electrical connections or conduits, laying of electrical conduits. Once if this is completed, we'll go for the pouring of concrete. Okay, here in this figure you can see the reinforcement arrangement is completed, shuttering is done, shuttering tape is applied. Now these are MS shutterings. Earlier it was the ply shutterings. Here you can see the cover blocks. Whatever the gaps are there, that means there to be a proper cover to be maintained between the bottom of the shuttering as well as the reinforcement. Once if it is completed, we'll go for the concrete. Here you can see the concrete mixture, and this is manual concreting based on, this is volume batching. You know, the many people actually some people are counting exact ratio of the concrete. Okay, this is all about the manual or volume batching. Here this is a batching mixture and transporting the concrete by these equipments. The slab concreting is going on. Once if pouring of concrete is done, okay, here using that spade will be finishing the concrete. Okay, once the level is achieved, the compacting will be done using the vibrators. Conduits have completed, the reinforcement is done, everything is done. Now once if the concrete is poured, concrete pouring is completed, we'll go for compaction using the vibrators, and later we'll finish with the finish the surface. Now the laying of or placing of concrete is going on, laying as well as placing at its position. Okay, once the placing is completed, we'll go for the compaction. We'll go for the compaction of concrete using the vibrator. Here you can see the vibrator in the image in the video. Okay, vibration is going on, vibrating or compacting of concrete. You need to compact. You are not supposed to lay the concrete and finish. Okay, that should be compacted very well. Okay, whatever the concrete is poured will be compacted at the intervals. Okay, once the compaction is completed, we'll go for the finishing of that concrete. Here you can see the finishing of concrete. You can see the finishing. The mason is doing finishing. This is all about the construction of building from line out to the slab work. Further, this as I said, this is the third part of building construction. We'll be having more videos on this. That means once the slab is completed, we'll go for 28 days of curing. Ponding will be done. 28 days of curing will be done. Once the curing is completed, of 28 days, we'll go for the again electrical conduits on in the wall. Once the electrical conduit work is completed, we'll go for plastering, later flooring, painting, electrical plumbing work. Okay, everything we'll discuss in the future videos as we have completed this slab. Okay, next we wait for the building construction series, that is 4, 5, 6 like that. Okay, to get the exact notification, okay, you need to subscribe the channel and press bell icon for upcoming technical videos on my channel. Okay, here you can see the pouring of concrete is done by the pump. This is pumpable concrete. Okay, if you really want to learn about the civil engineering, just subscribe my channel and press bell icon for upcoming technical videos. It is mainly the next series of next part of building construction. As I said, plastering, finishing, okay, flooring is there, okay, how to construct a building, okay, everything will get from this video itself, okay, the series of videos. And you can also check the part 1 and part 2 of building construction. I'll be giving the links in the description. Just go through that, part 1 and part 2. Now here you can see the pouring of concrete, finishing. Okay, everything will be done. Okay, now the up to slab work is completed. So in future we'll be discussing on that. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe and press bell icon for upcoming technical videos. Thank you.